Hey guys, it's Jeff here, and today I wanted to talk to you about habits, both good and bad. One thing I have noticed is that we as pickers will often fall into certain ruts. I know, and sometimes there's even discussion about it, where some of us like to start picking at the first pin and work our way towards the back, whereas others insist you've got to start at the back pin. Reset it there for it. You've got to start at the back pin and you work your way forward. Sometimes I feel like habits like those are almost just ruts that we get stuck in. If we go the same way every time, we're not going to see what else we can learn and how differently things could feel. For example, I almost always pick front to back, but that was the quickest I've ever opened that, starting from the back pin moving forward. I've talked in another video about going clockwise versus counterclockwise, up pins versus down pins. And some of those are ruts that we might need to reassess. However, there are also habits that might not be the best to get in. One that I find myself doing when I'm picking, especially off camera, is if I have gone through and I'm setting some pins, or at least I think I'm setting some pins, and I'm not sure, I give it a shake. Don't know if you can hear it there. But if I will use that as a way to see if I've started to set some of the pins. If I don't hear anything shaking while I have the tension on there, then that means I haven't set any pins. Another habit that, again, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, is, as I said, I usually pick, let's just change it up here, I usually pick from front to back, and the primary reason for that is after I have tried setting every single pin, I will almost always zip forward, trying to see if I can use some kinetic setting on some of those other pins. Of course, sometimes I'll lose my tensioner because of that. And I'm still trying to decide, is this a good habit or a bad habit? And that's one of the reasons why sometimes I like to flip this over, because then I can more easily rake it across there. And sometimes I'll just do that, just rake, rake, rake. I know it can be hard on the picks, so I don't know. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? But those are some of the habits that I have. I'm trying to reassess. In addition to the habits of always using the same tools. Why don't I use the bottom of the keyway tensioner more? Why don't I use my purchased top of keyway more? How about using more profiles of my picks? I've spent the money on them. Why don't I break the habit of the one pick by using more? So what habits do you guys have? Do you find yourself falling into ruts? Do you have specific ruts that you have had to fight against in order to make progress as a picker? I'd love to hear your stories. Let me know your habits, both good and bad. Let me know how you've fought against those habits, if they've needed fought against. At any rate, that's what I have for you today, and I will talk to you guys later.